followed by Murakami, and then Vargas, Montgomery, Benintendi, and Montgomery down the middle. Peters, Meidrith, and Carroll rounding it out. Carroll doing the catching.
Well, Drew Rasmussen taking the start here this afternoon for the Tampa Bay Rays. His 21st start of the season, looking for win number 10 and coming off maybe his most dominant outing. Last time out against Cleveland, it gives up a double to lead off the game, and then that would be it. 7 shutout innings, just a 1 hit given up, 9 strikeouts. Good numbers all up and down that board for Drew. And let's take a look at his mix as he has the cutter that he will change the shape of. 2-seam, 4-seam fastball at almost 50% combined. A changeup that's becoming more of a weapon for him than the occasional curveball and sweeper.
Here's Antonacci in the batter's box in the first pitch. Rasmussen delivers a little wide, and we are underway. A ball, no strikes. Antonacci had a hit last night in 5 at bats, hitting .282 to start play. There's a strike, 1-1. And Rasmussen, a major strike thrower. 112 strikeouts, only 19 walks in this his 21st start. 2-1.
That walk rate puts him in the 98th percentile. Just does not hurt himself. One of those guys that if you're gonna score off Drew, you're going to do the lion's share of the work. You're gonna have to earn everything.
That's a strike right there. And it's going to be challenged right away.
It's going to be a ball. This ball down below the zone. This is a good challenge by Antonacci.
Overturned.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. And the count goes to 3-1. And ball 4. How about that? How unusual. Leadoff walk here to the first man Rasmussen faces.
Let's take a quick look at that Tampa Bay defense in the outfield left to right. We've got Chandler Simpson, Johnny DeLuca, and Victor Mesa Jr. Infield third to first. Junior Caminero, Taylor Walls, Ben Williamson, and Ryan Vilade, with Nick Fortes getting the call behind the plate.
And the first pitch to Murakami is a little wide right there. This is unusual.
Yeah, that arm side fastball, he's off about an inch and a half. Just a touch.
Runner on the move. Pitch is a strike. Throw is a strike. He is out at second base. Taylor Walls taking the peg from Fortes. And they cut down Antonacci.
I'll tell you, quick twitch behind the plate, Nick Fortes, and an outstanding eagle-eye tag by Taylor Walls. Pretty good jump. There's the throw. Watch this tag by Taylor. Right down on that left wrist. I mean, great job by Fortes to give Taylor a chance, and boy, he bangs into that hand just before it gets to the bag. Oh, they're going to challenge this one.
Calls the ball to catch the challenger.
Nick Fortes feeling pretty good about this fastball here, and I kind of like it too.
Let's take a look. That's going to run the count to 1-2. So they've exchanged the challenges here, and this one goes the Rays' way. Down and in. You know, the caught stealing of Antonacci after the walk. You know, when you look at the year, the one thing the opposition's been able to do is run with Rasmussen out there.
Yep.
17 steals in 20 attempts coming into this game. And the first attempt cut down today. And there's a swing and miss for out number 2.
And that's one of the areas that we thought that Drew might attack against Murakami. He doesn't chase very often, but the fastball up, he gets, well, right here. He gets to where he thinks he can get to it, but you see how steep his swing is? Impossible for him to reach that pitch.
Miguel Vargas. Vargas, the third baseman, and that's a strike. Vargas with 23 home runs, picking up number 23 in the first inning last night. Nothing in 2.
He just overpowered him there with 96.
Well, the walk, strikeout, the caught stealing. 0-2 to Vargas. Does not chase.
Drew going right to the pitch comm right there. He knows exactly what he wants to follow up that cutter with.
And a swing and miss. The four-seamer got him 2 strikeouts in the inning. And when we return, Yandy Diaz, Chandler Simpson, and Junior Caminero.
Do you know why original?
Rays half of the first coming up, and here is the lineup presented by Orlando Health. Yandy Diaz and Chandler Simpson, then Junior Caminero, Victor Mesa Jr., Johnny DeLuca, Ron Valade, Ben Williamson, Nick Fortes, and Taylor Walsh to round it out.
Well, the Chicago White Sox are going to go with an opener here today, and that's going to be Jordan Hicks for the first time this season. Good numbers across the board, but you see that ERA, the whip a little bit high.
First pitch, a liner into right, and that's going to be Montgomery. Had a couple steps in and then retreated to make the catch on that liner.
That ball got out to Montgomery so quick, Yandy hadn't dropped the bat yet. Well, there's the mix. 2-seam fastball. Well, it averages, see right here, 99 miles per hour. And Jordan Hicks is coming off of 14 straight scoreless appearances. He's given up just 4 hits with 21 strikeouts over 13 1/3 innings. Pretty dominant over the last 14 outings.
There's a strike to Chandler Simpson. Had some issues early, but he has settled in. This one is foul back. 0-2. 29-year-old right-hander.
No, the one thing that he will do as an opener is wake this Rays lineup up. You step into the batter's box and you're seeing triple digits right out of the gate.
This one skied toward the line and left toward the corner and running it down. Antonacci makes the grab. That's a nice running catch by the White Sox left fielder.
Well, let's take a look here. Junior Caminero coming to the plate. A StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. And let's take a look at all 11 of his home runs on pitches out of the zone. And this is what I will tell you right here. These right there, those are fastballs. And to be able to get up on top of that, you've got to have a flatter swing, check, and you have to have a very fast bat. And he has the fastest bat in the game. That's how you get the fastballs up above the zone.
Call us the ball, catch and challenge.
Well, here's a challenge on that first pitch called the ball. And it's indeed a strike.
All around. But anyway, you know, this Chicago White Sox team, they're 3rd in the American League in home runs, and they've hit 9 total on the season out of the strike zone. Junior has 11.
Junior on a pace right now for 45 at the 30 mark.
Which, by the way, how many did he hit a season ago? 45.
Oh, 2. Ball, 2 strikes. And a wave and miss. Good sweeping away. And Caminero is out on strikes. 3 up, 3 down, on to inning 2. No score. On to inning 2. Colson Montgomery will lead off. Drew Rasmussen back to the mound for the Rays. Colson at .217, but with 25 home runs. And the first pitch, that's pretty close. Call the ball right there, and or you'd be tempted to challenge that one.
Yeah, and challenges would then be 4 for 4 because that was a strike.
2 balls, no strikes. Benintendi to follow. And then Braden Montgomery. Two and one. Wilson, the shortstop, connected for the home run last night in the 6th inning. Now a foul ball. The count squares 2-2. Rasmussen, 21st start. Coming in with a 3.07 earned run average. Montgomery's numbers against the Rays. His young career. 3 home runs though. Sub 200 average, but with a little pop. And that pitch stays in. And they're going to challenge this one. Probably not going to go the Rays' way.
No, it's not. It's off.
Calls confirmed. Tampa has 1 challenge remaining.
I'll tell you what, the challenge is coming early and often tonight.
Apparently it's a guessing game from either direction.
That's what that 4 o'clock start will do, Dwayne. I'm guessing up here. Is it a day game? Is it a night game?
There's
is
a
it tonight?
swing and miss. Well, that 4-seamer got him.
This after, yeah, and look at right there. He's saying, what was I doing? Because right here, an opportunity to work a walk, and he goes after a pitch that's up around his shoulders. Well out of the zone.
You know, that's 97. You got to make up your mind in a hurry, and that ball looks so good up there.
It does, and guys have such a hard time laying off of it. But it's so appealing.
Yeah.
You know, just leave it alone. It's not a good decision.
And 1. You know, there's some human nature in that. You know, there's human nature in that.
Yeah.
Here's this baseball right there in front of you. Go get it. Well, a little too high. Yeah. And I miss.
Right. Sometimes it's not even a baseball play.
That's right. Could be that great looking candy bar up there, you know.
Sure.
Something like that. And there are other things as well. Usually doesn't go well.
Just let it be.
That's right. Easy. 1-2 now. Oh, and a swing and a miss. So that's 4 consecutive strikeouts here for Rasmussen. And they've all been swinging.
Well, he is in attack mode. There's that 4-seamer. Pulls it just a little bit. But regardless, that was missed by plenty.
Braden Montgomery. Puts the ball inside. Starts to go, but did not. Checking in time. Moore down there at third, confirming that that was not a swing. Schultz down there in the bullpen.
You remember back in April, he made his major league debut.
Yes, he did.
Against the Rays.
On the south side of Chicago.
6'10".
Time requested. Now Schultz, a Chicagoland native, as they call the greater Chicago area. There.
Well, he is enticing him to come after that cutter, and Braden Montgomery just will not pull the trigger.
3-1. That's a strike.
Isn't that the dream pitch of a hitter in a 3-1 count? I mean, he just took that fastball and said, here it is. What are you going to do with it?
It's foul. I'll tell you, if there's a guy who can induce hitters to maybe second guess themselves, it might be Rasmussen.
You know, yeah, and the Rays have a couple of them that can get you wondering because they become a any pitch in any count kind of a guy.
And that is strike 3 call. Got him looking. 5 consecutive strikeouts, striking out the side here in the second inning. Colson Montgomery, Andrew Benintendi, and Braden Montgomery.
To everyone who
You are watching Rays baseball presented by Union Home Mortgage. Rays half of inning 2 coming up, and Victor Mason Jr. will step in there against the left-hander now, Noah Schultz. The pitch is a ball. Hicks had the 1-2-3 first as the opener, and now Schultz,
number
2-year-old left-hander.
See the season numbers. He's the number 2 prospect to begin this season. Major League debut against the Rays in Chicago.
Chop will be handled by Vargas. Mason Jr. is out 5-3.
Always with a young pitcher like this, especially when you're talking about tall and lanky. He's 6 feet 10 inches tall.
Yep.
Young. You want to look for command. What does the command look like? See how he leans on the fastball, splits it up between 2 and 4 seam, but almost half the time with the fastball. Cutter, sweeper, changeup, every now and then a curveball. Good velocity on that fastball.
Johnny DeLuca. First pitch is a strike. Well, the Rays saw him in Chicago. That was back in the middle of April, and got him for 3 runs in the first inning. He walked a couple men. 0-2, then gave up a double to Ryan Vilade, who's in the lineup today. He'll follow DeLuca. That's the line in that April 14th start against the Rays in Chicago. Ball 2 strikes, pretty close right there. How about that? You can't come any closer and not get the call. On the ground to third, scooped by Vargas. Across the diamond for out number 2. And it is Ryan Vilade coming to the plate. Base is empty, 2 gone for Vilade. Starts the afternoon with 9 home runs for the year, hitting .256. He's not afraid of going after that first pitch. He'll take it this time, and that's a strike. In fact, his average is over 400. Putting that first pitch into play.
Well, you go up there with a plan, and you pick your spots.
Fouled back, going to reach the upper deck.
And some guys are better than, at that than others. You know, just able to go up there and understand how this guy might be attacking me, and I'm going to be ready to swing from pitch number 1. And if it's a get me over strike, I'm going to make him pay for that. That's what's great about Drew Rasmussen on the other side. You know, the guys that come up looking to go after him, leading off an inning or first pitch of an at-bat. First pitch of an at-bat, 146 average against Drew. Why? Quality strikes.
Yep.
Quality strikes right out of the gate. No get me over.
And that is strike 3 called. So another 1-2-3 inning. The first inning for Schultz. No score.
Back here at the Trop, well, sometimes success in the big leagues isn't about getting your first opportunity. It's about getting the right one. Tristan Peters found that out the hard way last year. Remember, he made his major league debut with Tampa Bay last year. Fittingly, we're about to go out on the West Coast. It was in Seattle where he came up with the Rays. He was a highly touted prospect who could hit, and he kind of looked like, and admittedly so from him too, when I spoke to him, deer in the headlights. Big leagues looked a little bit too big for him. The results weren't what he hoped for. Well, fast forward to today. He's back at the Trop, first-time All-Star with the White Sox. And what Peters told me as he grounds out here to second base is that it wasn't necessarily his talent. It was about getting the runway to learn, adjust, and grow every single day. Chandler Simpson played with him in Durham and says he's not surprised that he's had success, calling Peters a player who impacts the game in every way imaginable, and saying he's definitely happy to see him making the most of his second chance. It's really impressive, guys, to see where he was last year to where he's become now, even hitting a cycle with the Sox this year.
Yeah, and sometimes a guy's a victim of circumstance. You know, he got a handful of at-bats, but not a lot, and then got the opportunity with the White Sox and has taken full advantage of it.
Well, and that's why these teams, when they bring up their prospects, they want them in the big leagues to stay. Because you don't want to bring a young player up who's had success, moved his way through, you know, the minor league system, and then come up and be a spot player and play here, play there. You put them in a situation where more times than not you're probably going to fail. That's why when they bring them up for good, they want you to be an everyday player if you're that top prospect guy, because for a young player, intermittent playing time is not good.
It's a piece of that one foul, 1-2. Well, the one thing, well, more than that, he had some ability, but one of the things he had going for him was his time at Southern Illinois University, one of the great institutions of higher learning. There's fly ball to right. Mydruth is out of there. 2 up, 2 down. And through the years, some pretty good baseball, too.
Any ties there for you, Dwayne?
No. But he has started to establish himself with the Chicago team. 2 up, 2 down. And here's Edgar Carroll. Swing and a miss. Carroll at 186 with a couple home runs on the year. 0-2 now.
Dwayne, let's quickly get in our 4 keys, because it's not going to take a lot of time. We always talk about Drew Rasmussen. You referenced it in the open, being Mr. Consistent. How about that? You can't make that up, and that is not a typo. On the road and at home, the same numbers across the board. You will not find that. Same ERA, same whip, same number of starts.
Yeah, and I don't know that I've ever seen that.
No.
I mean, between the two of us, we've been around a little while. Anyway.
A little bit.
I'm telling you, that's extraordinary.
I was laughing because I was going with the precision route in the open, and you said you dropped the Mr. Consistent. I'm like, just wait until we get to 4 keys. He has no idea what's coming because he's right on the money. And that's the thing about Drew. He is so businesslike in the way that he prepares, the way that he goes out and performs. But even those numbers, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and he's such a fun pitcher to watch work.
You start to pick up a method to the madness. You can see him start to set guys up. What he's done today to this White Sox lineup is serve notice. I'm coming right after you. He has been heavy with the fastball, and he has been attacking this lineup.
And it's just one quality strike after another. That's the amazing thing for me. I mean, you look at the number of pitches he throws in terms of what pitches he throws, and then the quality that he delivers pitch after pitch.
It starts with a repeatable delivery. That's what allows you to command the baseball. Every pitching coach will tell you that's the number one thing that they would love out of a pitcher. We know you've got good stuff. A repeatable delivery. And that's what Drew Rasmussen has, working exclusively out of the stretch, and he is straight through the strike zone. We talk about it all the time. I mean, he gets that hand up into the glove. It's leg up, leg down. He drives straight towards home plate. He doesn't really fall off violently. I mean, he's very linear through home plate.
Well, he has a repeatable delivery, and he repeats it like no one that most of us ever get a chance to see at this level.
Yeah, he simplified it. You know, there's not a lot of moving parts. Just watch how simple he is. Up, down, go.
And that's going to be a base hit that gets through the right side. So Carroll picks up the first hit of the game here. An extended at bat. And the White Sox catcher is aboard. That was a 10-pitch at bat.
And he was able to fight that pitch off and hit it hard enough. He gets it outside of the dive of Valade.
Swing and miss by Antonacci. He drew the walk and then was caught stealing. Foul ball runs it to 0-2. And don't forget, the White Sox, in terms of runs per game, at the top of the list. So this lineup manages to score a lot of runs. Ball, 2 strikes. Leading the league in that department. 4.79 runs per game. Did he go? Yes, he chased. Got him on that 4-seamer up out of the zone. Base hit, the man left. No runs, scoreless. Rays fans, get ready for Curds in the third. If the Rays score a run in the third inning, you score free Wisconsin cheese curds. We have a scoreless game. And Williamson set to lead off the bottom of the inning. On at the old ballpark. Started early. Williamson, Fortes, and Walls coming up for the Rays. Against the left-hander, Noah Schultz. Which is a ball. Schultz, born and bred in the Chicagoland area, born in Naperville. That's ball 2, close. Divided last year between AA and AAA. He's 22 years old, this tall left-hander. Two and one. That's a strike. Mid-90s. 2-2. Ground ball back through the middle, backhanded by Meidrith, and the throw to first, and that's quite a play to keep Williamson off the bases. Meidrith, the second baseman, the Murakami.
Well, first of all, you got to have the range. Got to get to the other side of the back, but then it's the throw. It's the jump throw with your momentum taking you out towards left field. Able to get those hips squared, though. That's the whole key. Get the hips squared, that ball will follow.
Fortes takes the ball. Starts the day at 277. It's a little tight. Schultz 3-7 on the year, 14th start, a .615 earned run average coming into this one. He picks up the strike zone, 2-1. Coming off that no decision against the Yankees on the 27th of July. About to be a 9-5 loss for Chicago. Griffith handles this one in more of a routine fashion there. 2 up and 2 down. Finish the summer at Tropicana Field with the Rays. Purchase the summer family pack for a ticket to the game, meals for everyone, and a parking pass. Starts at just $27 per person. Find out more at raysbaseball.com/summer. Well, 8 in a row retired by Schultz. Here's Taylor Walls. And the first pitch, fastball, strike 1. Ball, 1 strike. He's looking for their first base runner. It's popped up. It's going to be foul, playable. Murakami in from first in foul territory, and the Rays are up and down 1-2-3 for the 3rd straight inning. No score.
This is it.
We go to the 4th. Rays and the White Sox scoreless. Drew Rasmussen back to the hill. Taka Murakami leads off, and that first pitch is a strike.
And he continues to take that fastball to the top of the strike zone and dare Murakami to go up there and try to get it again. And then that.
Had him out front there over that pitch.
Have not seen too much of the changeup here in the early going from Drew. Been a lot of the hard stuff, but this is now 2nd time through where maybe that changeup takes on a bigger role.
Ball, 2 strikes.
Just a change your eye level. That ball was nowhere near the zone, although he did strike him out on a fastball that was up above the zone in his last at bat.
Cuts in off the plate, 2-2.
When Murakami gets set up, his hands are well out over the plate. Watch when he gets ready to hit there. It's over the inner half of the plate.
He pulls him in and rips this one into right for a base hit to begin the 4th.
That makes that all the more impressive. You're absolutely right with his setup. And listen, there's a method to the madness for Murakami. And down in the count, that ball just not elevated enough, and he's able to drop the barrel right on it. A little too much plate, not enough elevation, and he rips it into right.
Miguel Vargas. That's a strike, caught part of the zone. Well, Murakami now has been on base in 18 consecutive games. Two on Vargas.
That's now a 9-game hitting streak on top of that.
Yep.
So he's got it all working. He's had some big home runs during the course of that streak. How about that? 17 hits in the 18 on base streak, but 14 walks. And that's what we were talking about in the pregame show. The hitting profile of Murakami is so interesting. He doesn't chase. He's in the 93rd percentile for chase, but he's in the 1st percentile for swing and miss.
Yeah.
So he doesn't chase, but he swings and miss a ton.
Into center. Here comes DeLuca. Closing. Got it. Straight ahead. Nice job by Johnny DeLuca. Charging that liner and making the catch. And boy, that's one of those plays where you'd better make the catch.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody behind you.
If it gets by you, it's a track meet. Watch Johnny keep his eyes behind the glove all the way to the turf. Does a good job at tracking that baseball, keeping the eyes behind the glove, watches it right in, and then he's got his eyes on the field. Is any movement? Get that ball in quickly.
Nice job by DeLuca. Now Montgomery, Colson Montgomery fouls the opening fastball back.
But going back to Murakami, so he doesn't chase, but he swings and misses more than anybody in the game. So obviously that leads to a lot of strikeouts. But then he's also in the 99th percentile in walk rate.
Yep.
It's a real interesting grouping of analytics on Murakami.
Yeah, because big strikeouts, big walks, big power.
A lot of chase.
In the zone.
Yeah, that's the thing. Swing and miss and strikeouts 99% of the time come from big chase numbers.
Yeah.
He doesn't chase, but he still strikes out a ton and swings and misses more than anybody. Which means, like, to your point, it's on pitches in the zone,
Yep.
which doesn't make a lot of sense. Because he hits a lot of those for home runs. We saw that last night. I told Doug and Rich during the pregame show, when you figure it out, please let me know.
Yeah.
I've been working on it all day, and I'm coming up empty.
Yeah. It would be really interesting. I mean, you'd spend all your time doing this, but trying to break down every at bat just to tally all of that to see what you came up with.
You know what you'd love to see? You'd love to see the game plan going in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'd love to see the game plan.
Yeah, where
because
do you think you can get him out?
Right. And if he's swinging and missing a lot of pitches in the zone, where in the zone?
Yeah.
And what pitch of mine fits there?
High fly ball. DeLuca waits for this one to make the catch. A little more routine there. And Colson Montgomery is the second out. So after the base hit, the line drive out, the fly ball out. And here is Andrew Benintendi. That's a ball upstairs. A little start and stop by Murakami over there at first base, and got the attention of Fortes. Not that he's a big threat to run, but he did create a distraction. Now it's 1-2. Cut and miss. Four-seamer for the second time strikes out Benintendi. Bottom of the fourth coming. No score.
Great sleep start.
Bottom of the fourth inning, and we come back around to the top of the order for the Rays. It's been 9 up and 9 down against Hicks and Schultz. Hicks the opener, Schultz 2 innings under his belt. See Yandy for the first time, and there's a base hit into left. Antonucci's going to track it down and hold Yandy to a base hit. Yandy jumping on the first pitch. He's hitting .423 on the first pitch and takes that one into left for a base hit.
Kind of like with Ryan Vilade, you have a good idea and a good plan when you go up there. Or Orlando Hell's slow-mo replay, that cutter doesn't get to its spot. Yandy beats that pitch to its spot, but a great play out there by Antonacci, because if he doesn't get that in so quickly, then Yandy was trying to turn that into a double.
Well, Simpson a bunt, first base side, and he is out. Up to second base goes Yandy. So Simpson is out, number one. For the first hit and every hit this season, Suncoast Credit Union donates $79 to local nonprofits. Visit suncoast.com/Rays for more info. Yandy with that base hit, picking up the first hit of the day for the Rays. He's now at second with one out for Junior Caminero, who looks at that first pitch for strike one. So the first scoring opportunity for the Rays. First time either one of these two teams has placed a runner as far as second base. And that is strike two. Junior connecting in the fourth inning of last night's game for his 30th home run of the year. A little over 450 in the distance department for that one. Oh, and he got him to chase. Change up out in front, and that ball down and away.
Yeah, it just was never in the zone, and Junior right here being in a tough count of 0-2, looking to protect, just goes on a pitch that was never a strike, and opening up his zone a little bit. That's what Junior has to try to guard against, because teams are going to try to get him to do just that. And the White Sox have been pretty successful in this series. I know he had the 453-foot homer on the ball out of the zone. They may win this one too.
Let's take a look.
Call's overturned.
Well, it's overturned. White Sox have done a pretty good job of that today. 0-1 count. Against the lefty, the White Sox had that outfield around the other way a little bit against Mason Jr. Work him away, and it's just off the plate here. 1-1. One ball, two strikes. Yandy with the base hit. Now at second base, 2 outs. The Junior takes it the other way. Out of play. Extends the at bat with that chopping foul ball. Pat foul. Chicago with a base runner in the third, left on, a runner in the fourth, left on. Rays getting their first base runner here in the fourth inning. Yandy Diaz at second. 1-2 again. Fly ball back into center field, got some carry. Peters on the run though, and as he approaches the warning track, makes the catch. We will go to the 5th. Scoreless.
Well, we were talking about Drew Rasmussen serving notice against the Chicago White Sox lineup with the fastball. Well, let's take a look at it. Toyota trend, the 4-seam fastball today has been busy. And the White Sox 2 of 11 against that pitch, but 6 strikeouts, and that is a career high for Drew. We're just getting into the 5th inning.
Well, here's Montgomery after the first pitch and softly lines it into left. One hop in front of Simpson. Braden Montgomery has a base hit.
You fully expect now the Chicago White Sox to try to start playing some games offensively. They got a leadoff runner on. You look at the pitching in this ball game. The game's scoreless. You haven't been able to build a whole lot against Drew. So it'll be interesting to see how the White Sox play this inning the rest of the way.
Third time they put the leadoff man on in this game. First pitch is high. Kristen Peters put the ball on the ground to second his first time. The Rays would love another one of those.
Well, they would. And you see juniors playing at the cut of the turf, so they're wondering about maybe something getting put down here too. Normally not that shallow. Doesn't look like Peters has anything in mind but to swing the bat.
2-0. Montgomery off first. That's a strike. Cortez grabbed that pitch and had to give an attaboy with that catcher's mitt to Rasmussen, hitting the zone. Now 2-1. Over to first, runner back. Right back into center field. DeLuca has to go back for this one to make the catch. He's got it, and returning to first is Montgomery. Nice job by DeLuca out there to track that one down for the first out. Rays are holding a book drive tomorrow, Sunday, August 2nd. Fans who donate 5 or more children's books will get a ticket voucher to a home game this season. For more info, visit raysbaseball.com/reading. Here's Chase Mydrith. Check at first with a toss over there. Braden Montgomery, 1 of 3 in the running game. Mydrith backs away from that pitch inside. White Sox got Mydrith from the Red Sox. That's a strike a couple seasons ago.
Gets after that gum, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Foul ball, 1-2.
I mean, that's what it's there for. Called chewing gum.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting behavior pattern in this game. You know, with the gum chewing.
Seeds.
Yep. Toward the right field line. Mesa Jr. is there. Just fair and makes the catch for the out. As long as you have some kind of movement going in there, I think it tends to relax the rest of the body.
You know, you wonder.
Yeah.
Because you're right. At this level, these are the best players in the world. And everybody's talented.
Yep.
And then it becomes a thinking man's game. As a hitter or a pitcher, a fielder, where am I going to go with the baseball? I mean, there's a lot going on in that brain during the course of a game across the board.
Carroll lines it and just off the glove of Caminero into short left. They might have a play at third, but they cannot come up with that ball. It's loose, backed up by Fortes. That's going to allow Carroll to go to second, and out of that, it's second and third with 2 outs, and it appeared the Rays had a shot. But boy, getting back to that bag was an issue.
Well, here, how about the bats by Carroll going the other way this time, off the glove of Junior. He's there waiting for the throw. The throw's wide. The throw is wide, and he's not able to make the scoop on a tough hop. Drew Rasmussen ends up too close to him to be able to back up and make a play on the ball off the glove again. It just kind of got messy there for the Rays. And unfortunately, that allowed Carroll to walk to second base, basically, giving Chicago another runner in scoring position. But Junior, as soon as that ball went off his glove, the line drive, he immediately was peeling back to third, anticipating a potential play. But Chandler just did not get the ball to him on target and with a really good throw to handle. Because you're right, they had a shot. They had a shot at getting him.
Well, that's going to be a base hit. And an error charged to Simpson on the throw, allowing the runners then to move up. Second and third now. Carroll at second. And here is Antonacci, top of the order. Down and in. So a big spot right here with Rasmussen facing the leadoff hitter. Braden Montgomery at third. Edgar Carroll at second base. And a shot into right field. Mason Jr. is there and makes the catch to get the Rays out of that spot. 2 men left. No score through 4.5.
Hey.
We're headed into the bottom of the 5th inning. Today's drone coverage, thanks to Union Home Mortgage. Down St. Pete right there.
Coming right after you. Right down the main drag.
Got some great shots.
Yeah, that one was the most aggressive, right down central. Stand right over the double yellow.
Well, that's exactly where DeLuca would like to see this next pitch. Right down central. And he hits it on the ground, through into left, a base hit.
Close enough.
And the Rays put the leadoff man on base for the second consecutive inning.
Well, now do the Rays, because this kind of falls into the way that they play. Do they start to get creative on the bases? Looked like he was trying to cut that ball in, and it stayed middle. Didn't do much of anything right there. DeLuca able to roll over it and hit it sharply enough to get it out there. But you've got speed over there at first base. Vlade can do a lot of things here at the plate. You're at the bottom part of your order. Do you start to get aggressive here?
Oh, Vlade takes a look at that one. Wide came into the game 2 for 2 against Schultz. That back in Chicago at the beginning of the season. Drove in a run in that game, had a double. He's ahead in the count now, 2-0. He'd take a double right now.
Yeah, you got to get a pitch over the plate. Right now, Schultz is rushing his delivery, and that's what's caused him to fall behind 2-0. Worried about DeLuca over there at first base.
Hot shot foul.
Oh, see?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Careful.
Yep, can't have that happen.
Bullpen in danger.
I mean, he got 5-hole right here. You put all those pitchers out there at risk. They're assuming that ball's going to. They know better. You know, in baseball, you don't assume anything.
That's right. Results aren't too good.
They're not too good. I could illustrate for you why you don't assume. They just won't give me a whiteboard up here.
Probably for the better.
It would be one valuable lesson.
It would. 2 balls, 2 strikes. DeLuca first. And we have a full count.
And you know what? It's like the telestrator. Sometimes a good lesson is taught by drawing.
Yes.
You know? And so, just one time. Just one time let me do it.
Might be all it would take. 3-2. And ball 4. And now they're going to
Called ball, the catch is challenging.
They're going to challenge this call.
White Sox have been pretty good today.
Oh my
Called ball
goodness.
return.
Wow. Boy, have they been. And Belade is out on strikes.
Here's the second baseman, Ben Williamson.
On the challenge. Here's the first pitch strike into Williamson. Well, Ben, Chicago earlier this year drove in a run, had a double off Schultz and picked up a run batted in. Look to duplicate that here. Runner on the move. Pitch is a strike. The throw not in time. In and out of the glove of Migra. And a stolen base. That's a dozen on the year for DeLuca.
You figured it was just a matter of time. You know, the Rays not able to generate a lot of offense. Neither of the White Sox for that matter. So who's going to get aggressive out on the base paths? It's the Rays right here, and it's DeLuca able to stumble in there and be able to hang on to the bat. Comes disengaged right here. Able to scramble back.
It's foul. Holding the count at 2 strikes. The ball, 2 strikes. Well, for each stolen base at home this season, Rays donate $250 to the Orlando Health Foundation, West Florida. Stolen base number 12 for DeLuca. Tapper right side. Out at first. DeLuca moves to third. Williamson is out. Murakami unassisted. Nick Fortes. Fortes a ground out to second, his first time. Foul. Moving Brady Williams a little bit, couple of steps out of that coaching box at third. That's going to get the job done. Base hit into left, and here comes DeLuca crossing the plate, and the Rays take a 1-0 lead. Fortes with the base hit, and it's 1-0.
That ball looked like it was going to get in on Fortes, and he did just enough to muscle it into left center field. Boy, just got the bat through the zone quick enough. Got that ball airborne, and he just gets it out of the reach. Colson Montgomery.
Well, it's where you hit them sometimes, not how hard. And a big base hit. Now, here's Wald sending one into right center, but it's going to hang up, and Braden Montgomery makes the catch. But the Rays got the game's first run through 5, 1-0.
Oh.
Rays TV is brought to you by Advent Health. You are our priority in a medical emergency. And by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Back and forth to St. Pete Beach. Taka Murakami leads off, and the pitch is a strike. 6th inning is underway. Back into the screen. 0-2. Rays with a run, 3 hits. They've been charged with 1 error. And Chicago, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. Chicago left a man on in the 3rd, another man in the 4th. Both men at 2nd and 3rd in the 5th. Rasmussen ahead of Murakami. And he got him. Boy, had him disjointed there.
Yeah, he did. And that's because of all of the good work of the 4-seam fastball all afternoon. Our Advent Health strike zone, this ends up just below it, but it's the changeup. Has not thrown too many of those. He threw 1 the first time through the order, 5 the second time through. And then after a lot of elevated heaters to Murakami, here comes the changeup, and he gets the chase. We talked about Murakami not chasing that much. Drew's got him chasing on 2 times today on strikeouts.
Vargas with a foul ball right there. Yeah, that made my back hurt just watching that swing.
No, I tell you, that's what that changeup will do.
Yep. Pitch in on him, foul back. 0-2.
Well, especially with the way that he has established that 4-seam fastball today.
Yep.
He has been so aggressive with that pitch, more so than a lot of other starts. So all of a sudden later in the game, that makes that changeup that much better.
Yeah. Strike 2 there, and the count is 1-2. The pitch was close, but they called it a ball. So it's 1-2 now. Rasmussen working here, 1 out in the 6th. 2-2. Vargas hit that line drive to center field in the 4th inning, and DeLuca made a good catch on that one. 0 for 2 for the day, and a 2-2 count right now. And it's going to go full. He would not chase the 4-seamer wide. And there's a swing and miss. Got him to go that time. And that's strikeout number 9. Nice going.
I'll tell you what, 7 of the 9 strikeouts have been on pitches out of the zone. Orlando Hell's slow-mo replay. He rips that fastball across the zone off the plate, but Vargas follows him. And the White Sox have done that in 7 of their 9 strikeouts.
Olsen Montgomery swings and misses. Cutter in, crowds him. Rasmussen got Montgomery on the 4-seamer up back in the 2nd inning on a swing and miss. And he pops it up, foul. Long run, Caminero. Is he going to get there? Oh, he just came up short. He was pulled way over toward the hole and tried to cover all that ground, just couldn't get there. That's 2 strikes. Even Matt's up in the Rays bullpen. .93 pitches for Rasmussen. 2 outs, bases empty in the 6th. And a foul back.
Changeup, changeup. Murakami changeup.
Well, here we go on the 2-strike pitch. And it's down, taken down there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That puts him up to 93. Made 93 pitches 2 starts ago against Toronto. And there it's strike 3 call on the outside edge. He got him looking, striking out the side. Here's another look at that with the Rays holding a 1-0 lead.
It's the summer sales event.
Rich Hollenberg hanging out in the Rooms to Go lounge as we head to the bottom of the 6th. And the good news is the Rays are up. Nick Fortes gets credit for that first RBI of the game. He's hitting .389 in his last 16 starts, Dwayne NBA. And the news gets even better. When the Rays score first at home, they're 28-3 this season. That is by far the best mark in all of Major League Baseball, boys.
Well, you like to hear those trends. Hope to see it continue with the Rays holding this 1-0 lead, coming into bat in the bottom of the 6th inning with the top of the lineup. Yandy Diaz stepping in for the 3rd time. He takes ball 1. Second time he goes up against the left-hander Noah Schultz. 1-1. Rasmussen, by the way, with that strikeout, striking out the side in the top of the inning. Got Colton Montgomery for number 10. Second time he has hit the double-figure mark in strikeouts. He had 13 strikeouts earlier this year. Against Boston back on June the 10th. Yandy set to go. There's Alfonso Marquez. Schultz delivers inside. 2-1. Play the other way. Rays have put the leadoff man aboard in each of the last 2 innings. Yandy opened the 4th inning with a base hit, was left on base. And the Rays got the run when DeLuca opened the 5th with a base hit. And the Rays got to take a look at Yandy. Yandy here with that count at 2-2 and make sure he's all right and doesn't whatever seems to be the issue, that it doesn't progress beyond what it is right now. Here's the last swing.
Tough to tell.
Body language was enough to get a little visit out there. 2-2, and he fouls it back. Chandler Simpson on deck. High fly ball, center field. Kristen Peters makes the catch. That is out number 1. Calling all college students, take a break from classes. Come out and enjoy a game at the ballpark. College students eligible to receive special select offers throughout the season. Find out more, get verified at raysbaseball.com/students. Taking advantage of that opportunity right there, I'm sure. Chopper foul outside of first by Chandler Simpson. Chandler 0 for 2 today. Well, tonight she made a good play on him back in the 1st inning on a ball hit the left field. Simpson came into the game today hitting .290 and over .350 for the month of July as he starts a new month here in August now. And a fly ball to left. So that is out number 2. Let's check in with Ryan.
Dwayne Jr. Caminero stepping up to the dish. Hit his 30th homer yesterday, and our Mercedes-Benz covers every plate. Takes a look at the company that he keeps now. You're talking about Miguel Cabrera, Albert Pujols, Eddie Matthews, and Giancarlo Stanton in terms of youngest consecutive 30 homer seasons. And what's amazing is how he's doing it. And BA, you talked about all the home runs on pitches outside the zone, but he's not a free swinger. In fact, Junior's told me he's trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to be selective, not trying to chase, put myself in bad positions, definitely not trying to do that. Now, Drew Rasmussen says the biggest thing has been, not obviously the power's been there, he said the bat speed, but now Junior's making pitchers come to his strengths instead of the other way around. I'm sure it's pretty frightening in the other dugout when he's doing that. Dwayne B.A., we've seen maturity from Junior right before our eyes here in his second full season.
You know, there have been some really good bad ball hitters in baseball, some of the great hitters of all time. But if you make them come to you a little more, I mean, it stands to reason that's going to help you.
Yeah, it should. Absolutely should. And Junior, as he continues to grow in this game, to mature in this game, we've seen him make next level type of adjustments, not only from game to game, week to week. We've seen him make adjustments within the confines of an at-bat. That's rare at his age.
Be interesting to watch him continue his career. I mean, you think of bad ball hitters, Vlad Guerrero Sr.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to hit the ball halfway to first base, and he's going to get his bat on the ball.
I threw a pitch to him probably a foot off the plate away, and he hit it a home run down the right field line off the foul pole.
Yeah.
The other way.
I mean, oh, look out. That got him.
Yeah, it did.
Caminero hit by that pitch. And limping a bit right there. See if we can walk that off.
Yanked that breaking ball down and in. Oh, they got him flush.
Yeah. I mean,
You'd like to have seen that bounce off the dirt instead of hitting him square.
Yeah, that hurts to look at right there. He's hit on the right foot. Looked like that great toe. Junior's at first. Victor Mesa Jr. now in the batter's box against Schultz. Just wide, 1-0. That's going to be foul. 1-1. Ball game at the bottom of the 6th. Jordan Hicks was the opener. Noah Schultz took over starting with the 2nd inning. The Rays got a run off him in the 5th. And to this point, that's the only run of the game. Dominguez up in the bullpen. A little tap foul. The Rays have Cam Boozer up in their bullpen. The Rays lefty. Wave and miss. Mesa's out on strikes. The Rays leave a man. And we will head into the 7th. 1-0 Rays.
Well, Drew Rasmussen, his afternoon has come to an end, and what an afternoon it was. He was fantastic out there. Really came after the Chicago White Sox lineup with the fastball, attacking the zone early, trying to put this lineup back on its heels. Gets through 6 innings, gave up the 4 hits, just 1 walk. How about 10 punch-outs? 7 of them coming on that 4-seam fastball, and continually getting this lineup to chase pitches out of the zone. Just did a great job of setting up pitches, sequencing well, getting a lot of chases, and there you take a look at a StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Those four-seam fastballs, and look at how many of them out of the zone, and he got guys going after him.
Well, the new pitcher for the Rays, Cam Boozer. So 6 innings for Rasmussen. And the Rays lefty has done a very good job out of the bullpen.
How about that whip? 0.7. Not giving up anything as far as base runners go. More than a strikeout an inning. Power stuff from the left side. Yeah, he really has emerged and made this bullpen stronger.
And Grichuk hitting in the place of Benintendi. Right-handed bat against the lefty with the count down 2-0. And there's a little looper into short right, falling in front of Mesa Jr. for the base hit. Well, didn't hit it hard, but hit it in the right spot from the White Sox point of view.
Those are the worst. Those are the worst hits to give up. You just eat up a hitter on his swing, and you get the ball in off the barrel of the bat. You get that soft, bad contact, and it flutters in for a hit.
4th time in the 7 innings that Chicago's put the leadoff man on base. Pitch is too low. Braden Montgomery. There's a strike. And Montgomery moving away from that pitch, but that was a strike. Foul the other way, 1-2. Rasmussen, 6 innings. 4 hits, no runs, a walk, 10 strikeouts. Leaves with a 1-0 lead. Braden Montgomery down 1-2 in the count. Fouls it out of play up the right side. So this one in the hands of the Rays bullpen. Two. And a cut and miss. That is out number 1. Montgomery out on strikes for the 2nd time today.
Well, that's something that Rays pitching has been able to do. Rasmussen and now Boozer, when they do give up that leadoff runner, they come right back and retire that next hitter. Orlando Hell slow-mo replay. That ball was in the zone for a flash, and then off it goes. Another chase by the White Sox, another strikeout for the Rays.
Emerson Pereira is going to pinch hit here, and Kyle Snyder's going to head to the mound. Go over a little scouting report here. Peters lifted for the right-handed bat. And the 7th inning, sponsored by Hyundai. Top of the 7th, 1 on, 1 out in a 1-run ball game. Rasmussen, 6 innings of shutout baseball, 1 walk, 4 hits. 10 strikeouts, double figures for the 2nd time. It's Kevin Kelly up in the bullpen for the Rays. He had been up before the announced pinch hitter. Pereira to pinch hit for Peters. Pitch is a called strike. White Sox have action in their bullpen. Now the focus on this matchup. The foul ball back. Boozer gets the jump. And Dominguez up earlier. Taylor had joined him. There Anthony Dominguez and Grant Taylor. Misses inside. That's 97 right there from Boozer. Down and in a bit. 2-2. Everson Pereira. It's going to be low. And it's 3-2. Foul back on the four-seamer. We'll see it again. So after getting the jump, count all the way to 3-2. Pereira with the Rays briefly. Rizzo with the Yankees. Spent a short time with the Rays. Now the White Sox. And that is strike three called. So he got him after getting ahead, then going all the way out. A called third strike. 2 outs in the inning with a runner at first. Meidrith, right-handed bat, will be coming up, and the Rays are going to make a pitching change. There's that called third strike.
Orlando Hell's slow-mo replay, the back door of the breaking ball. Takes it right to the outer third, outer half of the plate.
Back with a new pitcher in a moment.
The Colonel has a bucket.
Top of the 7th inning. Kevin Kelly, the new pitcher for the Rays. On the matchup against Chase Meidrith. He is the White Sox second baseman. 2 outs and a man aboard at first. The pitch is a strike. Rasmussen 6 innings, 2/3 for Boozer. Well, a dozen strikeouts for Rays pitching. Rasmussen had 10, 7 of those coming on the fastball, and 2 strikeouts for Boozer. Tapper is foul, and that sets up an 0-2 count for Kevin Kelly on Chase Meidrith. One and two. Just a little piece of that one. 1 and 2.
That changeup, how about that? 26% of the time did not throw a changeup a season ago, but that has been the Rays' way. This pitching staff has really taken to that pitch, and with really good results.
Down toward the bullpen. Foul.
Kick save and a beauty. And How about Chase Meidroth hitting 318 off the off speed, which is changeup, split.
And a swing and miss. Kelly gets the job done, strikes out his man. 7th inning stretch time, 1-0 Rays.
And a blue moon.
Rays TV is brought to you by Orlando Health. We make it personal. And by Suncoast Credit Union. Score fee-free checking with more perks to save big. Open your account at suncoast.com. Well, the Rays scored a run in the 5th inning, and that's the only run across the plate for either team in this game. They come into bat in the bottom of the 7th, and they will face Sir Anthony Dominguez with Johnny DeLuca set to be the first man to face him, and lifts a foul out of play. Strike one. Herrera stays in the game. He's in center field. There he is. It's fouled back. DeLuca had scored the only run. He opened the 5th with a base hit, picked up stolen base number 12, eventually scored on a base hit by Nick Fortes. Fouled back. And miss. That ball just kept sweeping away, and DeLuca is out on strikes.
A tough at bat. This is what you're talking about, Dwayne. That ball's in the zone just for a split second, and it just continues to work its way into the other batter's box. And at that point, DeLuca just could not hold up on that swing.
Ryan Valade into the screen. Foul. Valade looking for his first hit of the day. 0 for 2. Hicks, Schultz, and Dominguez. Pitchers for Chicago. He tried to hold up but could not. Goes around and then puts Valade down 0-2. Foul ball. Dominguez got a win on Thursday against the Yankees. Pitched a scoreless 11th. Working in the 7th inning of this game. And a swing and miss, and he has back-to-back strikeouts. You can't get much better than that. You know, it's interesting. You look at his work in the 8th inning and his work in the 9th inning. His earned average in the 8th is 2.86, and when he's in the 9th, it's over 5.
How many times have you seen that over the course of your career? You know what I mean? You see guys that can, you know, really thrive in that setup role. They're really good in that 8th inning, and then all of a sudden in the 9th inning, when there's no safety net, things start to come apart a little bit.
It's a little different.
Yeah, it really is. I know you're trying to get outs. 3 outs is 3 outs, but sometimes the difference between that 8th and 9th inning is pretty stark.
Boy, it's interesting. You know, you would think there should be in-depth studies about that. The difference between pitching in the 8th and pitching in the 9th.
And it comes down to what's between the ears.
Absolutely.
Period. I mean, you have seen it throughout time. Really, really good setup men. And then finally it becomes their turn. And when they get handed the keys to the closer, it's not as smooth as it was when you were in the 8th inning.
A little different set of circumstances.
That's right.
2-2. Somebody's got to write a thesis on that. I mean, it's there.
It would be interesting.
Yeah, sure would.
And there are enough examples that you could go back through the last 30, 40, 50 years and come up with some really interesting anecdotes.
Full count now on Williamson. Broken bat. The ground ball is short. Montgomery up and out with the throw, and a 1-2-3 7th inning for Dominguez. 1-0 Rays.
It's the summer sale.
You're watching Rays baseball presented by Union Home Mortgage. Great to have you looking in as we move into the 8th inning. Rays scored a run in the 5th, the only run of the game. Rays with 3 hits, White Sox with 5. And Kelly on the mound. First pitch is a strike call. The catcher Edgar Caro leading off. One. 6 innings for Rasmussen. 2/3 for Boozer. Kelly got a strikeout. Credit for a third of an inning in the 7th, and now opens the 8th. Fly ball left center. DeLuca and Simpson. It's going to be Chandler to make the catch for the out. We'll scan the QR code. Take our quick 5-minute survey to help shape the future. Count those Rays experience. Top of the lineup. Sam Antonacci was on to start this game. Threw a base on balls and then was caught stealing. Otherwise 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a line out to right. Kelly starts him with strike 1. There's a strike. 0-2. Richards and Taylor. The bullpen. Oh, strike 3 call. Antonacci wants to challenge it.
He's going to, I think, take a long walk back to the dugout.
There you go. Right again.
Well, I'll tell you what, right down the line it goes.
So 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th. There it is.
Four-seamer. Antonacci not liking that, but Kevin Kelly, well, how about the work that he did today?
Well, base 3 retired them all. Back in a moment.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Garrett Clevenger will be the new pitcher for the Rays, their 4th of the day. He comes on with the left-handed bat, and Murakami stepping into the batter's box. 2 outs, bases empty. Pitch is outside. So Kevin Kelly faced 3 men, struck out 2 of them after he struck out the side against Texas Wednesday. So he does his job, and now it's Clevenger, and he's been very good out of that bullpen as well.
They may lose their challenges here. They may lose them.
Calls confirmed. Chicago got a challenge.
Well, how about that, huh?
By a seam.
Yep.
A raised seam. Murakami saw that backup breaking ball, and that front hip leaked down the first base line so quick, and he just ended up pulling off that pitch. But that now gives Clevenger the jump here, 1-2.
Swings it wide, 2-2. Clevenger in the game on Thursday in the Texas series for an inning. He's wide again. Fastball this time, and the count is full. Three-two. He got him. That sweeper got him to chase. 1-2-3 in the 8th. Rays holding a 1-0 lead. We go to the home half of the 8th inning with the Rays holding a 1-0 lead. That run came in the 5th on an RBI single by Nick Fortes. And the former Ray, Trevor Richards, on the hill now for Chicago. And the first pitch, Fortes takes a strike.
Pretty good numbers here for Trevor Richards, an ERA of 3.47, outstanding whip 1.03, more than a strikeout an inning.
Fly ball center field. Angling back, Pereira is there, and he makes the catch. That is out number 1. Be sure to catch Jordan Davis here at Tropicana Field Saturday, August 15th. Rays take on the Orioles. Back-to-back entertainment, just 1 ticket required. Level up your experience with an on-field wristband to get even closer to the music. Check out RaysBaseball.com/concerts for more info. Taylor Wall shortening on the bat, takes the pitch down. Vargas was in already and stepped a little bit closer. Foul back, 1-1. Rays run came in the 5th on DeLuca's leadoff single, a steal of second, and eventually an RBI single by Fortes. Two and one. Leaving it 2-2. Here's get Brian Baker up in the bullpen. There he is. Oh, strike 3 called, and as they whip it around the infield, Taylor's going to challenge it.
Yeah, this is not going to go well.
Calls confirmed. Tampa's out of town.
8 strikeouts now for Chicago pitching, and here is that pitch.
Right to the bottom of the zone, just catching the edge.
Rays pitching has 15 strikeouts today.
And they're not done.
10 by Rasmussen. Yeah, in the 6 innings he worked. Now Yandy. Ball 1 low. Balls, no strikes. One. Ball short center, straight in, and that ball's going to drop in front of Pereira for a base hit, and Yandy is aboard. He has 2 hits on the day.
Well, you'll take that little flare. We've seen the White Sox get a hit like that. These are the frustrating types. But Yandy Diaz able to muscle that ball up in the air long enough and just drop it into shallow center, right center field. Boy, this is where you want one of those innings where the Rays can build something. You know, 2 outs, nobody on, and all of a sudden you get kind of a gift base hit right there. And let's see if they can turn it into something and create some wiggle room. You've got Cedric Mullins pinch running. You've got Miguel Vargas playing, well, right outside of home plate against Chandler Simpson.
Yes, he is.
He is way in here.
Simpson at the plate. And strike 1.
And you see what he was trying to do there. So Chandler got the fastball away. He was just trying to slap it by Vargas. When you got a third baseman playing that shallow, he has no range. If it's not hit directly at him, he can't make a play. So Chandler was just trying to slap that ball to left field.
And that's over but low. 1-1. The Rays, with the game's only run, they'd love to do something with 2 outs here. They give them a little cushion. There's a line drive and a base hit into right. Mullins will go to second and stop there. That sets up first and second for Junior Cabanero.
Watch this by Chandler. They pulled this pitch middle in. And watch how they want it away, middle in. He's just like, okay, then I'm just going to have quick hands through the zone. Going to be tough to hit that one the other way, so just hit it where it's pitched. That ball comes boring in. He's quick, lines it into right field. That's where Chandler's at his best. Line drives, ground balls, and now you get Junior a 2-out shot here. Build that inning.
How about that? With 2 outs, 2 men on now. Junior coming up there. Junior, a couple strikeouts. He's been hit by a pitch.
Now batting for your Rays, the third baseman, number 13, Junior Cabanero.
Each team now with 5 hits. See what the Rays can do with this 2-out opportunity. And the changeup, he's out in front, strike 1. A strike. 0-2. Cabanero with 2 prior at bats against Trevor Richards. 0 for 2 against him, and down 0-2 right here. Two men on, 2 men out. 2's everywhere. And the tapper right side. And the play at first, in head first goes Junior, but not in time. And Murakami got that toss to Richards covering first in time. And the Rays leave 2, 1-0 Rays.
And the blue moon.
Well, with the slimmest of margins here in the 9th inning, the Rays going to Brian Baker as they have done all season long, and he has been fantastic. These numbers across the board, an ERA of 1.49, doesn't give up a lot of base runners, 0.87 on the whip, 9.6 strikeouts per 9, 30 out of 33 in the save department, has not had a blown save since May the 13th, has saved 19 in a row, and primarily gets it done with the fastball and the changeup. Occasionally he will mix in the slider, but the fastball that's going to sit in that 96, 97 range, the changeup's going to be in the mid-80s. Good luck.
Well, Vargas leads it off, and the first pitch is skied back into left. Simpson on the track is there and makes the catch. Boy, he got over toward that 378 marker, and you were wondering just for a moment what might happen, but he made the grab.
Not funny. It's not funny, Chandler.
So
Yeah.
1 pitch, 1 out.
He was drifting and drifting and drifting, and then put that ball away. It's a bottom line game, Dwayne. F7.
Yep, you got it. 1 gone. Here's Colson Montgomery. And a first pitch strike. Well, Montgomery has 1 at bat in his career against Baker, and that resulted in a home run. So he's got that out of the way. And a chopper this time left side into the glove of Taylor Walls, who makes the play. 2 up and 2 down. Walls angling to his right, then throwing across his body to get Montgomery. 2 up, 2 down. And now it's going to be Randall Grichuk, the DH. He entered the game as a pinch hitter for Benintendi in the 7th and singled. And the first pitch is a strike. 3 pitches, 2 outs. Now a strike on the 4th pitch. And a hot shot down the left field line. That is a foul ball. Wow. Just a long strike.
Thank goodness that changeup.
Here it is.
That changeup is a mile or 2 harder. Oof.
There's the 0-2. He got him. A swing and a miss, and the Rays are winners. Grichuk out on strikes. For the Rays, their 16th strikeout of the game, and they win this one 1-0.
How quick was this inning for Baker? He just came out pounding the zone. These White Sox hitters going after it. He just overpowered Grichuk right there. After the changeup he was out in front on, he just takes that fastball and buries it right through the heart of the zone and buries this game.
Well, the Rays win it 1-0. Their 65th win of the year. Back to 20 over 500. Coming up next, the postgame with Rich and Doug.